So today we are going to be tackling the winter garden. So I have some jobs to be doing at the garden and also the allotment, so I'm going to take you along with us today. My mum's coming around to help us in the garden and also the allotment, which she's a godsend. I love her so much because I could definitely not get everything done like this without her. So unfortunately the cats are going to be staying here. They're not coming to the allotment with us, but that's okay. So yes, let's get going. So I'm going to give you first a garden tour and show you what we're doing in the garden, and then we're going to go and head over to the allotment. So I'm going to quickly show you what I've done in the garden so far before we take down all of the old plants. But I have a new compost bin here, which is just full of compost that I can then take this every couple of weeks or so down to the allotment and then pop it on the compost heap there rather than have a compost heap here and then have to move the compost. So I've got that. I'm also going to take this bench to the allotment, but probably not today. It depends how much we get done, really, but I'm going to leave this here for now, I think. Or do we just take it now? I'll figure it out depending on how long it takes us to get these garden jobs done, but I've jet washed the patio and everything. I'm just interrupting the video now to include some photos of what the garden looked like in its kind of full force in the middle of summer, to kind of give you an idea of how much this garden space has changed. I've got a couple of my trees here, and then I've made this pathway along here, which is so cute. Obviously the grass is not fully grown back yet because I've reseeded this, but it's done pretty well considering the time of year, to be honest. So I'll pop some more seed down probably in the springtime, but I've made these cute little pathways and this gorgeous little bed. I popped some of my peppers in here out of the greenhouse because I had a bit of a tidy in there as well. Need to wash those parsnips. I've got my carrots down there, but yeah, that's all nice and organised, ready for next year. And I also jet washed the greenhouse as well to make sure that it was nice and clean, so that as much light could get in there as possible in the springtime. And then I have all my herbs here, and I also I have my rhubarb there as well. I pulled up all of the peppers and then I planted all of my spring bulbs in here. So I've got daffodils, tulips, ranunculus, some other ones as well that I can't quite remember, but yeah, those are going to be so pretty. So that's all the way along here, I believe, if I remember correctly, and I just laid the peppers on the top so that I could see if anything was coming along to dig the bulbs up, but luckily nothing has come along yet, so that's great. But yeah, I've laid down some Cotswold stone. I do need a little bit more of the stone, but I'll just do that when I'm next at the range. I got the stones, they were £4 I think each, because they had an offer of 3 for £12, so it was the cheapest place that I found the stone. That is for next year, that compost. I thought I was going to do some October and November planting, but I've actually decided against it, so that can just stay there for now. But yes, today's job is clearing this area, so of all of the dead sunflowers and the squash. We've got 3 squash there. I picked one of them and I've given it to Beth, who I was growing them for her little baby. But yeah, clear this, and I'm going to pop any of the leftover soil into these bigger pots, I think, just so that I have some soil on hand next year for if I want to plant any plants in there. So that's what we're going to get moving with, and then I'll also move that brick pathway because I do need to put some more bricks along the back of that bed there. So we've made it down to the plot. Ignore the shed. I've just put in the allotment group chat. If anyone wants to collect the shed, they can come and get it, because I'm going to remove it so that I can have some extra planting space. And I've got that old bench at home that I'm going to bring to store my tools in. So I'm going to empty that today. But I just wanted to show you what I had gotten done. So I've prepped this bed down here as well. If I just step down, so I've just laid cardboard down on both of these and then spread manure from the yard. This one has some wood chip from earlier on in the year, but you can see there's quite a few weeds growing. So what I might do is, if I get any extra cardboard, I may come down and cover the mulch that I've put down with cardboard. I have got cardboard underneath the mulch, but I think that may help possibly with the weed situation, so I might give that a go. And then we've got this section here which is currently sage and some old bricks, but I'm undecided on what to do with this section yet. And then if we come down here, this is this really slanted, I'm falling down, this is the really slanted bed, which I think I'm going to pop some trees in because there's some little indentations. So I think I'm going to put 3 trees along here and then also fit in some flowers. And I thought I could put some trailing plants like cucumbers or squash at the top here so that they can trail down. Then this bed here is where I've got my winter garlic in, and then I also have some winter brassicas in here, but they are very small. I've got some weeds that I weeded from here that I've popped down in the path, but I do really need to remove those so they don't pop up. But this is looking really, really good, and I'm just so happy that nothing has eaten the garlic, because I was a bit worried about that. I've also got some very sad looking chard plants, but I think I'm just going to leave them there, not going to grow, but that's okay. And then really the only other parts that I need to do is this little bed here, which is a bit skinny, but that's okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to put there yet. So I'm going to lay some cardboard and mulch down. And then what I've done is I found these old weed fabric, and that's an old polytunnel. So I've just laid that out to suppress the weeds whilst I gather some more cardboard. And once I've got some more cardboard, I can come and go to the yard and do a big collection of rotted manure, and then I can lay that out there. And then this was the very first bed. This was the very first bed that I did. I laid out the cardboard. I'm getting stuck in the tree. I laid out the cardboard and put some mulch down, and this has lasted quite well, to be honest. And then that's a damson tree, which is between my neighbours and I's plot, so I've got that as well. So yeah, there's actually not as much to do here as I kind of expected, but what we're going to be doing today, which is what Mum is doing now, we've bought all of the compost from home and we're going to be clearing the rubbish that is back here. So at the back of the plot there's a lot of like trees, a little woodland area I guess, and the plot coordinator said that I could make a compost heap back here. A lot of previous tenants had also done a compost bin system over here, but it's just been kind of left to be rack and ruin. So what we're going to do is Mum is kind of collecting a lot of the plastic and the metal things now, and then we're making a pile of wood way back there for the bugs, and then I'm gonna clear. There's some rubbish here as well that I'm gonna clear and get this all nice and sorted. I didn't end up filming any of us clearing the actual rubbish just because we were on a mission to get it sorted, but you can see the absolute state that this place was in. I honestly don't know how anyone could leave it there like that, but then this is what it looked like after we finished clearing everything. So made a new compost heap, it looks amazing, and cleared away all of the rubbish that we could. We just have a bit of rubbish that's left to the right hand side, but we'll tackle that another day. Oh my gosh. We're all done, but we are tired and very muddy. So my sister and I ended up coming back the next day to plant some broad beans. I wasn't originally planning on sowing any broad beans this year, just because I've never actually had them before and I didn't know if I was going to like them, but I just thought I may as well give it a go and have something growing over the winter time. Even if I end up not enjoying them to eat, broad beans do act as a really good kind of ground cover crop over the winter time, so they'll at least provide some nitrogen to the soil. That concludes today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I'm going to leave you with the reality of filming videos with my sister with some bloopers in a minute. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Look at my little finger.
It's upside down.
It's okay, I can turn it around. Now, I could do one there and one there, or just one here.
Can I speak in it, or do you put it music?
I'll put music over it anyway. Do I want to do just one row? I don't know how big the plants are.
Stop recording now.
Stop recording?
Oh, can I? Or do you want me to just watch you messing around with the shovel? You look like a right idiot.
What do you mean?
You dig one hole, put it back over, dig another one. Someone was
You got all 3 of these holes in?
Yeah. Someone went as Mr. Bean last night and they had a teddy.
Do you think I should put 2 in each hole? Just in case one doesn't germinate.
Yeah. Germinate.
I won't, I'll just do the one.
Okay, risk it then.